You ever type in an address on the web, end up with a page full of ads, nothing but links to ads? Well, those pages are owned by domainers, and to understand how that business works, I spoke with this woman, Susan Smith of Domain Sponsor, and here's some of the things that I learned from the conversation. Number one, there are a lot of dopes out there. Again, not her words, my own words. Susan's too nice to say it, but I think that you and I, we type in a URL, we end up with a page full of ads, we understand we're on the wrong address. We hit the back button on our browser, we go find the right page, or we go Google the right page. But there are a lot of people, they see a page full of ads, and what they do is they click them, and every time they click one of those ads, they send money over to a domainer, and they end up following an ad instead of the page that they're looking for. So what else did I learn from Susan? The easy days in this business are over. It used to be that you could buy a domain like watermelon.com or soda.com or any generic word.com and make a bundle off of it. Today, those easy days, they're over. Today, you have to be a lot more creative, but you can still benefit from this business. Here's something else I learned from her. Use the domains you have. Susan pointed out to me that a lot of people come out to Mixergy events and tell her that they own a bunch of domains. And you probably do too. You had a business idea, you said, I'm going to buy the domain blah, 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 .com, but you never developed it. I know I do that. Every time I come up with a business idea, I buy the domain right away. It's a smart thing to do. And we're all just sitting on these domains. Susan says you give it to her and she can run ads for you on it, number one, and number two, give you stats, let you know what people are coming, where people are coming from, what they're clicking on, what your audience is about, really give you depth. So if, for example, you bought partysupplies.com with the idea that one day you're going to become a party supply king and you still own the domain, well, before you build it, if you're ready, or I'm sorry, before you build it, while you're waiting to do it, use the domains you have, take them over to Susan, she'll run some ads and give you some good stats on them. Next, listen. Here's a really important thing. Susan said, listen to phrases and words as they're made up in the culture. So for example, if something like "don't tase me bro" becomes a big catchphrase around the country, as you're hearing it, buy don'ttasemebro.com. These phrases, these words are being coined all the time. Listen for them, buy the domain, and send them over to Susan or run your own ads, but use those domains, and that's probably the biggest source of traffic these days, and also those and typos of those new words as they come up. So there are just a few ideas that I learned from my conversation with Susan. You can download the full interview for yourself, listen to it, and get many more ideas directly from her. Until next time, I'm Andrew Warner, founder of Mixergy.com, and I'll see you at a Mixergy event.